to go with the clap, and then we can get started. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. I've been meaning to watch that. I am your host Monica, and guys, new week, new topic, and new guest. And this week I am joined with a brand new guest. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the listeners?
Hi everyone, I'm Sushana, aka Sushi's Reads on TikTok, where I analyze short films, movies, and TV, horror-based, thriller-based, suspense. That's what I do. It's fun. It gives a little insight into horror, which I find is people tend to not look at the deeper meaning behind it. All they see is gore and slasher and fear, but there's always a deeper meaning behind every story, and that's what I aim to do. So yeah, that's it.
Yay! Guys, I want you all to show a warm welcome to Sushi. So happy that you're here, and I'm so glad that we're here to talk about, classic horror and modern movies, which
Mhm.
is, the topic of the podcast today. And before we dive deep into that topic, we're going to start off the podcast by just showing, our support towards the actors. Currently, the SAG-AFTRA strike is still going on. Even though the writer's strike ended recently, SAG-AFTRA is still on strike, and there isn't an end in sight as of right now. There are currently negotiations going on between them and AMPTP. So I just want to take this time in the beginning of the podcast to show my support and to show my love towards the actors that are striking right now, as they are taking the time to have, the main issues to, like, they're taking their time so that the main issues can be addressed by
Mhm.
streaming services, such as an increase in pay for streaming programs, especially. They're basically asking for like 2% of streaming revenue of the shows that they're on, which I think is incredibly fair because
Very.
if you are Finn Wolfhard, the star of Stranger Things, and you're asking for a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of the streaming revenue that Netflix gets from Stranger Things, you deserve that money. And I know Finn Wolfhard is already rich. He got money. He's good. But there are so many people that have shows on Netflix that aren't as big as Stranger Things, or aren't as big as like the Fall of the House of Usher, or aren't as big as Too Hot to Handle. We know that Netflix has a huge library of TV shows and movies and now games for some reason on your mobile device. But it's very clear to me, it is very obvious to me that actors should be given, their percentage because they're the reason why Netflix has this huge library. They're the reason why Netflix has these subscribers. They're the reason why Netflix is getting this money. So they should get a cut of their money. It's their money. They worked for it. And Netflix, honestly, it's kind of weird right now. I don't know if you've noticed this, but Netflix has started taking on a lot of HBO's programming on their platform. Have you seen
Mhm.
that?
I didn't notice that they were taking a lot of HBO, but isn't HBO like Max now? So the HBO part is kind of like, is it like dismantling or like why?
Um, it's not that it's dismantling. I think it's kind of part of the rebrand for Max. I remember they had kind of announced this a couple months ago, and the reason why they're taking shows that were in previously HBO, now Max's library, and they're putting on Netflix is to broaden the reach of the audience, to try to draw more people into the programming that Max offers. However, I just I find that idea to be kind of stupid because the one thing that previously HBO Now Max had going for them was the exclusivity of the shows on their platform. You
Yeah.
subscribe to that platform to watch Game of Thrones, to watch
Yep.
Succession, to watch Insecure for Me. Like, there are a number of TV shows on that streaming platform and that platform alone. It was prestige television. And now they're taking some of their really good shows like Insecure, like Baller, like Starstruck, and they're putting it on Netflix so that more people can watch it. And I feel like that's going to have a reverse effect because if you take your really well done shows from your platform and put them on a platform that everyone has and everyone has access to, no one's going to pay for your platform. No one's gonna pay for your streaming service.
Mhm.
Nobody's gonna get Max. Like, if I was thinking, oh well, I want to watch Ballers. Well, it's on Max. Oh, okay, I need a Max subscription. Actually, no, it's actually on Netflix now. Okay, then I don't need to pay any money towards Max now. I could just keep paying for Netflix. You don't have to pay extra. That's the thing. Like, they're
Mhm.
taking very well done shows, critically acclaimed shows like Insecure, and putting on Netflix. So now you can watch Sister Sister, Girlfriends, One on One, and Insecure. You know,
Mhm.
it's all there in one platform. So I find that a lot of these streaming services are making terrible business decisions in a way to make more money, but I feel like it's making them lose money in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that dangerous too? Because then there's like they're creating kind of like this monopoly of spaces to have these shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's dangerous. Because then they
Yeah.
just control the media, or they control the movies, the type of movies that are being made, right? Like if Netflix doesn't like it, if they want to take something out, like not have a specific episode, or they want to take out like a little part of the actual episode, then they can do it, and then it ruins the show
Yeah.
or the episode,
It kind
right?
of does, because I was watching a show I mentioned before, Star Trek, because
Mhm.
it was an HBO show, HBO Max show, and they put it on Netflix, and I think it's only on Netflix, like Netflix UK, because I had
Um,
my VPN on because I was trying to watch something else, and there are parts of the show that are edited out. I don't know if
yeah.
it's on purpose. It's just kind of weird because you'll be watching a conversation and then it'll literally be like this. Yeah, I don't know if I should call him back because he just like ghosted me. But then he appeared right up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know,
Hmm.
you think you're listening to a conversation and then they just stop and they interject into another part of the conversation. And you're like, I missed something here.
Hmm.
There's something, why was there a jump cut? Like, what was that? You know. So I find that it's a little it's a little weird. Also, the shows are still on Max. Like Star Trek is still on Max, Ballers is still on Max, Insecure is still on Max, but it's also on Netflix now as well. So I just
So yeah, they're just gonna go with the plat. Like more people are just gonna go on the platform that
if you enjoy watching these highlights, subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you know when a new video is uploaded.
I guess is cheaper, because
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is cheaper than HBO or HBO Max, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
right? So and like it doesn't have as much content as Netflix, so I feel like more people are just gonna gravitate towards Netflix because there's more things and it's cheaper, and like it just makes more sense, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
really, I don't.
I feel like the whole thing going on with Max has been kind of like a, it's been a bit of a clusterfuck to say the least.
No, yeah.
Because first you change it to HBO Max, which like okay, fine, change your name, that's cool. And
Hmm.
then there is the whole merger deal with Discovery, and then shelving a lot of like already made films like the Batgirl film, and then you completely turn it into Max, and then they did something. I'm not sure if I'm remembering this right, but essentially they rewrote the reason why they changed it from HBO Max to Max. It was this clever way to rewrite contracts so they wouldn't have to pay people what they're due.
There it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Yeah. You make a whole
There's,
new company, whole new contracts, whole new
mhm,
pay structure.
of course. It's
Mm-hmm.
always about the money at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is. And also, like, I, me personally, if I was Issa Rae, right?
Hmm.
Like, if I was someone, I started on YouTube. I had a very successful um, web show that turns into an HBO show that I worked 5 years to develop,
Hmm.
5 seasons, Peabody, Emmy nominated. Okay, I did that. And I built a media empire off of that. And then you put my show on Netflix and I don't get any money from it?
I'd be pissed, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yes.
what the hell is going on? What is this?
Where's my money?
Yeah, for
Where's
real.
where's
Because
my
Insecure deserves the money. Insecure is an amazing show. I love
Yes.
Insecure. Like, what the fuck? I'd be so angry.
I'd be like, okay, so David Zaslav and Ted Sarandos needs to run me my money. Both of
Yeah, for
y'all.
real.
Yeah. I
Unless
mean,
she got like a huge deal and they're like, oh, we're gonna put your show on Netflix now, but you get this like large lump sum, and she's like, all right, sure. But somehow I feel like they try to like weasel their way out of that.
the thing is that she has a huge deal with Warner Media
Mm-hmm.
to create content, and she has made some really good shows. Like she did Sweet Life LA and also Rap Shit. Have you seen Sweet Life LA, by the way? No,
No,
I
what's
do.
that about?
It is a reality show based off of a real group of friends. When you watch the show, you can tell they're actually friends. Like they're not fake friends; they're real friends. Because everybody in that group is annoying, and they can only be friends with each other if they know each other for that long. Because if I just met that group of people, I would be out that friend group in a couple months. Because everybody in that friend group gets on my nerves. Okay, it's a good show. It's a very interesting show. Like all black friend group, very much like when you watch the show, they look like people who watch Insecure,
Yeah.
and it's, I don't mean that in a nice way. I mean that in the most like they're the Lawrence Hive kind of way. Like they're annoying. You know, like they would hate
No,
Consuela even though Consuela didn't do anything wrong. Okay,
they're clicky.
yeah, they're very clicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. And I got through season 1 and then I was starting season 2 and then I was kind of like, I can't even get to episode 2. I might have to leave this alone. I might have
Oh
to
no.
pack it up, but it's, I mean, she makes really great content. There, I haven't seen any articles discussing whether or not she's getting a pay cut or any kind of like reimbursement, I don't know, from them putting Insecure on Netflix, which honestly she should be getting it because I know there are plenty of people watching Insecure now that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Plenty of people.
Blow up even more than it already did because it's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
More widely available. But then there's the whole thing about like Netflix not paying people properly,
Mm-hmm.
right? So her money might just go down. But I don't know, man. It's Issa Rae, so I she's pretty up there. She's pretty big. I don't think they would want to like lose her trust,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because she
Uh,
has such a big influence. So
yeah.
I don't think they're gonna fuck around with her too much.
No, 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 no. Unlikely. Unlikely. You're right. But those kind of things, I mean, with Issa especially, because the one thing I love about Issa is that she keeps it cute. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like she shows up, she does what she has to do, she does her job, and we don't have to hear nothing else from her. She's never in any kind of beef. She's never out here being embarrassing. Like she's good. She does her job and then she goes home. And that's what I love about her the most. You know, I can respect that. Like, didn't even know she was in a relationship until she posted a picture like, guess what, guys? I'm
Oh my
married.
god. Yeah. I'm like, hold on.
Yep.
She's married at her wedding. I remember that. I
That's what
was
we like
like,
to
oh,
see.
how did she do that? She had friends, some really good friends. No one went to the press. No one said anything. Everyone was shocked. Yep.
Yep. Those are the kind of friends you need in your life, for
No, for
real.
real. I
Yeah.
know.
All right. So big ups to SAG-AFTRA as you are striking, darlings. I hope that you get everything that you're asking for, especially with the AI stuff. Like that's
Oh
one
yeah.
big thing that I hope that they can, you know, come to terms with, come to a compromise, you know, agreement with the studios to control the use of actors' images generated by AI. Because there was a clip going around on Twitter of this movie, and when you turn, like when the camera is panned on some kids playing basketball, and then the scene kind of switches to like, you know, the people in the audience.
Mhm.
And one thing you notice is that the second row of people in the audience are all AI generated.
No, that's
It,
messed up.
yeah, yeah.
That's scary. You see yourself in the audience and you're like, that's not me. How did I get here? I didn't film this.
Hold on, where's my 700 a day rate? Hold on. I'm so sorry.
okay.
She does this every time we record.
That's okay. I get it. My mom does it too.
Okay, all right. But I saw that clip on Twitter the other day, and it was so surprising to me because people were sharing stories about well-known actors like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck who got their start as extras, and that's why they're
Mhm.
such big names now. Like so many people are looking to become actors and are looking to get work, and you're literally taking that work away from them. You're taking away, dollars that could be
Mhm.
in their pocket just so you can pound like you can pad your pockets and save money from hiring actual people and paying people and just creating AI generated images in a movie. And also, the people don't look real. It doesn't look good. It's actually quite terrible. So if you keep using AI generated images and you expect us to like be on your side of it, you can at least make it look good. You know.
Yeah, they don't care because even they just want the money. They're like,
Hmm.
oh, people are not gonna notice. No, we notice. We notice that this extra doesn't have hands. Like we see it.
We see their
So
hands, but we don't see the fingers. It's just like a mitt. Yeah.
no, it's messed up. I really hope that doesn't become a thing. The
Oh
AI
yeah.
generated actors, like that's so creepy. Because if they
Hmm.
can do that, imagine what else they could be doing,
Yeah.
right?
Since you're at the end of the video, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment down below. If you want early access to these highlights, join our Patreon. Patrons have access to our entire archive, including full-length videos. Patrons also have the opportunity to choose a topic for our podcast, and they get the opportunity to be a guest. Join now.